All right, refresh. Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, we're good.
We're all live.
That's what the Star Trek uniform.
Yeah.
We're on the air.
All right.
On where?
YouTube.
On the YouTube, we're live on the air.
Oh, Chad 90
AMF Comics. Yep.
Usually it just comes up for me.
That's
Just go to your subscriptions, bro.
That's what I meant.
That's fine.
Yo. Anyone out in the comic book world? There we go. We got Frank the Tank. We got Frank the Tank. Yo, so don't mind my internet right now. It might be coming a little choppy in and out because I just got it back. So I can just see like the feed ain't the greatest at the moment. But we got Frank in the building. What up?
Oh,
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. And then, all right, Javi, I guess just let me know when we're going to go ahead and roll the garage band. Just let me know when we're going to go. It's perfect. I love it.
Always
I
professional.
love it. Yeah, man, that's what we are, man. We're all trying to just hop in the chat so we can talk to the people. So we don't miss what the people are saying, man.
All right,
Everyone that's in here, if you can, give us a big old thumbs up. Hit that like button for us. If you haven't, hit that subscribe. We got Kuso in the building as well. What up, Kuso? All right.
Ready?
Yeah, I guess so. Roll the garage band, and hopefully we'll have more joining us soon.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, comic book world? It is that time once again. 90 Mouse from Comics. As always, I'm your host, Chad. We are back at my place, and as you guys know, and as you guys can see if you're watching us live on Chad 90MF Comics YouTube channel, we got Javi here running the sound. He's running the cameras. He's the whole reason why the show happened. So thank you, Javi. Yeah,
with all your
appreciate
tech.
that. You know, manipulative keys, you know.
He's our thinker.
Yeah, and there's gonna be more tech coming, Javi. I got more stuff coming. Don't worry. We're gonna be just trying to be expanding the show always. You know what I mean? But how are you, bro?
I'm good. I got caught up 2 weeks worth of comics.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yes.
We get some reading done as well.
Yeah,
caught
man.
up there?
The books were good.
Nice.
2 books, 2 great books up last week.
Yeah, 2 books that just. Yeah, I had
the 2 that I read. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm kind of in the same boat as well. The 2 that I read, but as well the 2 that I read, I was like totally all in on. You know what I mean? So, and actually, one of them. Sorry, excuse me, as I crack that open and join Javi. Cheers. One of them.
Cheers to comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheers to Comics was one of the most hyped books of the year, and we're gonna get there. But before we get there, I gotta roll out this guy's red carpet real quick.
Thank you.
Red carpet.
Just like my wedding night.
Yeah, right. I cannot wait for that. I gotta let my fiance know about what we're doing for your wedding. She's probably gonna think it's not happening.
As long as we don't tell my fiance.
No, it's a secret unless she
tunes
this part out.
The best part is like I told her. Like she thinks it was like a joke, you know? So
yeah,
like, when it rolls out, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's wonderful.
But Kevin, how are you, man?
Good. Happy to be talking comics.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Thank you guys
for
a lot of catch up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of catch up on books and on TV shows. A lot is back on. Some is going on mid-season finale. Young Justice still going amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in the comic world.
I'm glad the big man started.
Yeah, and there's a lot of speculation out in the comic book world too, and we'll definitely get there at some point. But before we get there, last but not least, the big man Justin.
Yo.
He is a staple in 90 Miles from Comics. He's been here from day one. Actually, we've all been here for day one. But show doesn't happen without you, man. So thank you for being here. You caught up, right?
All right.
Yeah, you came in and you gave us the list of like, yo, pick one. Let me know, you know? So I'm excited to get your thoughts on things. I do want to mention my coworker, Kat. She calls you the digital guy, by the way. That's what she knows you as.
The digitizer.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah, that's your.
Yeah, man. I'm a full-fledged millennial, man. I need instant gratification. I was telling Justin, I was like he was recommending shit. I'm like, yeah, but where do I watch it? He's like, dude, like from the beginning. I'm like, no, but like where? Netflix, Hulu. Where can I stream it?
That's exactly what.
Well, here's how old school I am. I was like, look, I got an answer for you. I have them all on DVD.
And I was like, what is that?
What is that ancient technology that you speak of?
Where can I put it in?
Yeah, but you are the digital guy, and then Kat, she loves your opinions. She thinks you give great explanations, and I thought it was like pretty cool. So I told her I was gonna let her know that. So I hope she can join us later. We'll shout her out if she's able to join. But let's just get to why we're here. Let's just talk comics.
Talk comics.
All right.
So we're gonna be bouncing around a little bit. I don't think I actually have the issue on me, but the Bat Who Laughs 2, real quick, I wanted to kind of just mention it because we had.
So you guys are not on, right?
No.
You guys.
I dropped
All right,
it in the
wait,
first
I dropped
issue.
it. Such the first issue as well.
Oh, but you both read the first one and then dig it.
Yeah, I thought it was a little.
It was yeah.
Okay.
It was Jeff Johns, right?
No,
No,
it was
Snyder.
Snyder
and Jock.
Jock.
It was Snyder having a little bit too much fun with.
Well, yeah,
To me, that's exactly why it worked for me in chat. That and I really like the edginess to it.
Yeah,
the horror element is fucking cool.
See, what did it for me was we were talking about it, and I was like, all right, you know. Chad was talking about how he wanted to read the next issue, and I was kind of like, I don't think I'm going to keep going with this. I didn't really care for it. But then after we talked about it, they really started pushing the Grim Knight. And it just felt to me like, okay, you have a book about a character that everybody likes to push another character that nobody's ever heard of.
Hey, comics.
But see, it just
happens all the time.
It just really bugs
But it's just like alter ego Batman. Like it's Batman with guns. Like.
Yeah,
but he wants to talk about this origin. So.
I guess, and there's a reason. I guess he has the guns, and that's what is so revealed in 2. You don't actually see it, but it's explained his origin, and I guess the Grim Knight's origin. So when Bruce's parents gets shot by Joe Chill, instead of just sitting there, he actually picks up the gun.
Yeah, Joe Chill drops the gun, and young Bruce picks it up and shoots Chill
and kills Joe Chill, and then that, of course, begins his thirst for blood and becomes like the Grim Knight, and now we have this.
So now he's Punisher. Yeah, he's Punisher Batman.
Yeah, but worse, to the nth degree, the Batman Who Laughs explains that in his world, Wayne Enterprises is weaponized. Most of the weapons throughout the world are Wayne Enterprise weapons, and that this Batman, the Grim Knight, even his bullets have bullets. So it shoots the mainline Batman, and the longer it's inside him, it keeps shooting out into his body. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's super cool.
I guess to your guys' point, it's super out there.
Yeah,
but that's why I like it. I guess. Man.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
it's fucking cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're absolutely right. So we got Christian Sanchez in the house. What up? What up? We got Mad Cave. Is that Chris? I think it is Chris.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't even. Oh, it's because it's Christian. What up, Chris? What's up, dude? We're gonna get you
the
on
Mad
next
Cave
week.
Dweller himself.
Yeah, the Mad Cave Dweller himself. And if you guys have not checked it out yet, make sure you guys go check out Knights of the Golden Sun. You will hear us talk about issue 4 right here when it drops, and I think next week, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure he'll hear this and tell us. So, but I dug the Grim Knight. So
yeah, me too. I'm still gonna stay on it. Is it mini?
Or is it a 4-issue miniseries?
Damn.
So,
actually,
and I think that's why I'm on it.
I bet we're gonna get it.
Because if this was an ongoing thing, for sure, I'd be like, okay, this is ridiculous.
At a certain point, you'd be like,
yeah. But
no sustainability here.
Little 4 mini, issue, the Batman Who Laughs is the hot character right now.
Yeah.
And I guess the
Grim one now is going to be
and that could possibly, of course, become a spinoff, and probably will become a spinoff. But
no, they already are, because that was because remember when either Javi posted or I posted how they were going to spin Grim Knight off into its own book, and I was like, and Javi agreed.
Yes, you're right. For the March solicitations.
Yeah,
that's right. That's cool. Whatever. I'm okay with that now. Now knowing the fucking origin is fucking cool, man.
Yeah, no, I dig it, and I guess because the momentum and
it's Punisher.
The hype. Well, yeah, but the hype around the Batman Who Laughs and the fact that it's his first miniseries. Who knows what could happen down the road? So it's just nice thing to hold on. Like for instance, with Lethal Protector, with everything with Venom, not that it went crazy, but it got a nice little jump in value there. So I guess that's as an investing thing. I'm just kind of looking at it that way. I'm still trying to get that Teen Titans 12 from Javi. So I guess maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man. Dude, my metal run is sacred to me.
Yo, I know it is. I know it is.
Yeah, you dug that.
Yo, we got Kat in the building. She just joined us. What up, Kat? Thank you for joining us again. Thank you all of you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button for us. So I mean, is there anything else you wanted to mention about the Grim Knight? I mean, as you said,
it's cool, man. I'm gonna stick with
it. They went full origin on the Grim Knight in Batman Who Laughs 2. So that is Batman Who Laughs 2. And then I guess that will bring us to, you guys want to talk Conan? Issue 2?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like now I have to find and buy this book. Because I didn't get issue 2. I was like, all right, I'll wait to see what you guys say.
I love
one. And now everyone, and even what I'm reading on the internet, I'm like, damn, bro.
It's good.
Well, once again, I should have known better. It's Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, to be fair, these guys loved Conan #1. I was on the fence about it. I was kind of like, I'm going to buy #2, but I'm not excited.
And because I was kind of in the same boat, that's why I was like, yeah, all right, I'm just going to save some money.
And then when 2 came out, I missed it. But I got my hands on it, and I read it this week. And I got to tell you, I think what upset me about the first issue was that it was all about Conan, and there wasn't any side characters to deal with. This one I liked a lot better because this is the introduction of the Picts, and it has Conan actually interacting with the shaman, and everything like that. And that stuff was good.
Yeah, he's really a character that needs someone to bounce off.
Yeah.
Kind of really crazy, but really getting an idea of what Conan is like.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you kind of got an idea, but this one really explains it very well about how he goes through the jungle and he's killing Picts left or right. He vowed to kill 10, bring back 10 heads. That was many heads ago.
Yeah.
He's just been doing it. And then he's fighting these ghost snakes that are just, oh my God.
And they're giant, and then they're in packs that supposedly is
they're hunting like lions, and they never do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And he ends up going down fighting, and the shaman brings them back.
Many of them.
Oh, man. And then, but he ends up staying with them because he needs to defend the Picts because they ask him to help.
And he saved their life. And they saved his life.
The shaman saved his life.
Yeah. But the one thing I liked was the fact that, Conan, the shaman's talking to Conan, is like, you've spent so much time in the civilized world, and Conan's like, you call me civilized one more time and I'm going to kill you.
I don't care that you just saved my life.
But see, it's just, there's a lot going on in this book, and this book, I really enjoyed this book. This book was really good.
Because in essence, to summarize he finds the barbarian spirit in him of doesn't matter who he fights for, or exactly how you put it, Justin, of how civilized he gets into the modern world of that era. He, through and through, he's a savage. He's a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to side with those people. So I love how in the book, he leaves them. He goes back into the quote-unquote village of the civilized world, and he hates it. He's like, even the meat tastes different. The people sound different. He goes
back, and they're talking shit about the Picts.
Yeah. He just spends so much time with them that he's like,
he drank
he
with
respects them now.
Yeah, right.
And now all these people are talking shit, and you're just you expect him to turn around and kill them all.
Right.
So great read. If you're not on this book, I gotta change. I gotta change my story, and I gotta say, you gotta get on the book.
All right.
And there was a lot. It was wordy, but it didn't.
This one didn't. The first book I felt it. This book I didn't, and this book ties into the first issue because the last page has the 2 kids from the first book.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from the future of him being King Conan.
Yes.
Do me a favor, guys. Keep your eye out for it. And I got to listen to Chris because he said it as well in the chat. He's like, Conan, real good. Oh, shout out to Wally West. He's a new subscriber. I actually met him today at the mall. I was talking some Venom at Hot Topic, and he came in and chimed in. And he went and subscribed to the channel. So thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for everyone that's in the live chat. If you guys can, make sure you hit that like button for us. If you guys have anything to say,
tell us.
Let us know.
Let us know. Let us know if we're asleep on some books.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really curious of. What are people?
You know what you're asleep on?
Anything.
And everyone's reading it. You know what you're asleep on?
Oh, I already know what you're saying.
Yeah. What is it?
Immortal.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Well, you're asleep too. Javi's asleep too.
Yeah.
Good night, motherfucker. It's so good. I got the trade. So, I mean, I know you already got it, but if Javi or if you want, I can give you the trade tonight so you can take it home and read it. I just highly recommend it, man. It's a great read. Oh, and we got JB from Discovery Bay Comics in the house. Thank you for joining us, JB. Shout out to Discovery Bay Comics. JB? Every morning on YouTube, on his channel. Make sure you go subscribe. He's got your comic book channel guide where you can find everything comic book related on YouTube. He'll keep you updated on what's happening. So shout out to JB for making that happen, man. I appreciate you for all that you do for us, man.
What's up, JB? So, those are my initials. So.
Oh, that's true. Javier Barrios. That's right. So, oh man, really? We got a few people coming in the chat. All right, Chad talking random people at the mall. Definitely a Chad thing to do. That's what Chris said. You know it, Chris. All right. So I guess before we get to like the real big book and the book that I was just telling Kevin he needs to read, if you can just show this off real quick, Javi. And that is Immortal Hulk number 12. And then I'm just going to need you to give it back to me because I'm just going to flip through it just to kind of refresh me as I go through it. But Immortal Hulk is freaking awesome.
It has a quote from like a person like about the book. The best thing about Immortal Hulk is that feeling you're reading. Is that feeling that you are reading a legend in the making.
Nice.
And that's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like it's happening. It's one of those runs that you're like, this is
club.
Yeah, right. It's like
yeah, but it just feels like it's gonna be looked at as an iconic run, like when people look back at it. And I'll just say this, and
see, that's what itches me about the book is that everybody talks about how this is such an iconic run, and every time I pick up an issue, I'm just looking at it and go, I don't know if I want to do this.
And you know what? I had that same feeling, but I took that leap of faith and I jumped on it, and I'm happy I did. And I'll say this: I should have done it just on the covers alone, even on issue one.
The covers
because
dope.
And you're a cover guy, and that's why I'm surprised some of those covers that you didn't hop on. But definitely,
there are a bunch of them that I saw, and I was like that one right there. They're just beautiful covers, and
I had it in my hands, and I was like.
But see, that's the thing. I always make those mistakes where I have some in my hand, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this down, and then boom, that's the end of it.
It's on the front page of CB.
But let's put it this way. I'm hoping to find a run at the MegaCon. So we'll see.
Oh yeah,
Good luck getting a 1 and a 2.
All right,
so get 1 and 2 now. It's not that hard to find.
Well, yeah, they're not hard to find. It's just if you want to.
Are you gonna jump on it, Javi? Oh no, wait, you are reading.
No, I'm not reading.
No, I thought you. I randomly thought
I
you
have
were.
a couple issues.
So it's just that. So we're all asleep.
Yeah, that's
we're all asleep.
I'll get the trade.
But like I told Chad, off air and
issues.
away from the chat, I do have the first volume on digital because it was on sale for like $2 or $3 on Comixology. Thank God for digital sales and stuff like that. So I do have the first volume, and I will read it. Probably in the coming week or 2 or whatever. So I'll catch up to Chad soon.
I'll buy the trade, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I have the trade, so you guys can at least read it that way. And then, if you decide if you want to pick up the issues. All right, so I kind of flipped through it, kind of like refreshed my memory. And this way I don't give away everything. So that way you guys can read it and really experience it. But as we all know already, the big thing about Immortal Hulk number 12, it was the first appearance of the one below. The one all below, right? Is that...
The one
below all.
The one below all.
The one below all, yeah. Even myself was like stuck on it. So the one below all was its first appearance. So what's great about this book is like throughout the entire book, you kind of having like they're like flashbacks of, I guess, Banner as a kid, and his dad like as an alcoholic and, kind of just like almost like, abusing his mom and him and stuff like that. But like,
so it's very like Donny Cates' Venom.
In a sense, yeah.
In a sense, yes. Well, but completely, like, it's just a different character, so.
No, I know, but I mean in the sense of, like, retrospective and flashbacks of, like, some kind of childhood trauma.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess when he was, because his because of his birth, it almost like resulted in his mom's death. So his dad has always had like this vendetta against him, and is always, you know, just like he's this little monster and whatnot. So you have this like these implantings of the monster like as an early age. You know what I'm saying? So like you have that whole thing going on, which is really cool, and he, keeps flashing back to that. But meanwhile, they're still in hell, and he's trying to make his way back, from hell. And then, he gets to a point, and it's almost like the door, like the portal, like to get back. And like his dad's there, and he's like confronting demons and stuff like that. And then, of course, this is where the one below all is seen, and it's almost like the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? And then
because the cover looks like something like from like a Viking lore of like Ragnarok.
Yeah, and then he just pretty much goes on to like take it on. So, but sick. The writing alone, Al Ewing is killing it. It was phenomenal. I'll say this. I mean, I know Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out, and that's probably like the big book. We're all going to talk about it, and that's probably the one that's going to get, the most shine of today's episode. But if I had to choose what was the better read, I'm torn, because this was really good, man. And I'm just telling you guys, and as Kat said it in the chat, she's like, and Chris said it just now, Immortal Hulk is wild. Kat said, Justin, next time take the leap of faith.
Yeah, I was like, I will.
And it's just such a great read, man. And I'll say this, I'm happy I hopped on it. And, I hopped on it even a little late myself. You guys know that. But I'm so happy I'm on it. And
sometimes those are the best ones, though, because you don't get on it, and then you get on it late, and you read through it and go, where the fuck was I?
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing with Thanos Wins. It was like, when I finally read it, I'm like, where the fuck was I on that one? God damn it.
You had one with your name on it.
Exactly.
And I feel bad because I kind of swooped in, but I'm happy it did, man. That was one of those things I was like, man, if you didn't get it, like legit, Tom telling me he was getting ready to try to sell it to these other kids. So I was like, you know what?
You better take that.
Yeah, and that's what I did. I do want to mention I did see that Wally West said in the chat that right now he's in the middle of reading some older X-Men, and that he just added Jason Aaron's Avengers.
Nice.
And I think that is a great segue to what we're going to talk about next, and that is Avengers 13. So we'll hold on before we go any further. Wally West, if you don't want to be spoiled, I'm just going to tell you can go ahead, hit pause, wait a little bit, catch back up, go to the bathroom, and then maybe come back. But if you don't care about spoilers, we're getting ready to go and dive right into this, man.
Yeah, because that's what we do here. We review the books, a bit of recap, and of course we do spoil.
We do spoil a lot.
We spoil a lot.
I gotta say, the artwork in this book is fucking amazing.
Dude, the whole book was amazing.
Yeah. I wasn't as impressed with this book as I was with the Ghost Rider one, but that's not to say I didn't like this one. I really did enjoy this one.
I think he was taking, I don't want to say a risk, but throwing in the diamond and it being the Power Stone.
Yeah.
Like, that was the kind of like...
On half a gorilla.
Yeah. That was kind of like, okay. But it was cool. Like, it was awesome.
But
the whole beginning of it was just...
Yeah, I loved the beginning on Conan.
The beginning of it was awesome.
With Shao Lao and the dragon and everything.
Dude.
And then every time she fought, she said what she was doing, like Rising Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
I love that. And then the idea that she fought Shao Lao on a whim, that wasn't part of their tradition. She went to do that because she was pissed.
Yeah.
And that's how she got the power of the Iron Fist. And that she was banished.
He opened his mouth and she punched through his head.
Yeah. She got banished for it. And then years later, after she had defended the world with her powers, they came back to her and asked her to defend Kunlun.
It was 10 years after.
Yeah. And I thought that was fucking brilliant. I really did. I dug this. I'm a sucker for these origin books like this. It's explaining the origin of the original Avengers from 10,000 years ago. What I will say is
more. It's a
million
BC.
Yeah, a million. Sorry. The one thing I will say though is how Loki is always responsible for the Avengers coming together, for the original Avengers coming together, for this incarnation of the Avengers coming together. Loki's responsible for that.
Yeah.
But in this book, they're telling you that it was Mephisto. Because Mephisto gave Ghost Rider his powers, and it looked like he went to her first to give her the abilities too. Yeah. Because he showed up to kind of be like, oh, I can help you too.
Yeah.
And she totally she started beating the shit out of
She's like, I don't care what your name is.
Yeah. So Mephisto is really responsible.
I think
for
it
this
was
group coming together.
What was it? Blizzard of that move she did to kill all the fire
I was right
serpents.
there. Leap of 37 agonies. Blizzard to end all bones.
Right.
Oh my, that was it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then you got drunken mongoose knife hand. I mean, I love the explanation of the move she was doing. I thought that was great.
That was awesome.
Her fighting the giant gorilla, but then them bringing in the Power Stone at the end. And then...
towards the end, because then when he comes back half powered up, it's so cool.
Then you got the Power Stone punch.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. And then read the book. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You really need to be reading this book.
It's a great one-shot, just origin story.
Yeah,
of
it's
Iron
just, or
Fist.
they're just taking each character as they go.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward for the Star Brand
Yeah.
and for the Phoenix to see how those two got their origins. I want to know that one, and I really want to know how Odin gets involved with all of this too. So, because remember the last time we saw Odin, he was already with the Phoenix,
Right.
and he came and was talking to the writer.
Right.
So
They
I
were
wanna
together.
see,
Yeah.
So I want to see really just how all these characters do this. I'm digging this completely. These are my favorites. Even though I love the run, these origins are just my favorites. I love these.
I'm glad you talked about it, Justin, since you were so hot on it, and I haven't been, because I've not been enjoying much of the BC stuff, the Million BC stuff, only because I keep thinking that I keep feeling like every time that we're getting to the thick and thin of the good Avengers plot with the present day ones, I feel like it's like we stop and we have to explain an origin of a million.
It's a filler issue, but
right.
But to me, I have to think that because it's Jason Aaron, and we know Jason Aaron to not be that type of writer, I have to feel that him explaining these things,
It's going to come back.
it's going to come back later.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting these little origin stories in the spots where he can, because eventually it's going to come down to.
It's giving him time to build on.
To expand on this new layer of added lore.
Let me put it this way. If tomorrow they announced that they were doing a book for this 10,000 BC Avengers, I would be in.
Million BC.
Million BC. If they announced that book tomorrow, Jason Aaron writing that book, it's Million BC Avengers, I would totally be. That would be my new favorite book.
Bro, you know why
I'm excited for you because I've not
I just
been
thought about it. You know why I'm in? Somehow Conan's in that.
Possibly.
That would be cool too. He'd be one of the Avengers. That would be awesome.
Conan happened before Atlantis fell, so
Right,
it could be like.
That's true. But I've not been so hot on it. I think there's something about not the writing, because Jason Aaron is awesome, because he's made it interesting. But I just don't think these origins are interesting enough for an entire comic issue. So I kind of feel and wish that he shortens the origins and maybe put him in the front of the regular Avengers books.
Or like a backup.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Not like a whole issue spent on this. I'm not gonna say wasted because I've enjoyed them. They're cool, but I'm just not excited.
See, I can understand where you're coming from, because I felt that way about a lot of different things where they were in the entire book. You're like, this didn't need to be in this book. This could have been a backup story. You read it or you don't read it.
Yes, a backup. That's exactly what I mean. I could have wished they would that.
I personally can't say that because I've been enjoying them
so
much.
It's just different.
So when they say, "Oh, this next issue," like if the next, I don't know what the next one's going to be, but if the next one is the Star Brand, Phoenix, Agamotto,
that's the one I can't wait for.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm actually excited for.
You flip-flopper right there. Real quick, I do want to shout out George from MCE. He hopped in the chat, so thank you for joining us, George. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you go check out the MCE Marvelous Statue channel to get all your Marvelous Statue reviews. And you can also check out Comic Chat with Chat, because I have actually joined them on a couple of things. So make sure you go check out MCE. But yeah, you're a flip-flopper, Kevin. That's the one you're going to read?
Well, I've been reading them all, so it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that I'm not as hype about it.
That's the one he's going to come back with and be like, this was really good.
But that's going to be awesome. That was the one that gets
me excited. If you're not reading this book, you got to be reading this book.
It's awesome. I said that before, because the Folly of the Celestials was fucking awesome.
Yeah, the beginning, and the rest have been good, so. I'm all about it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
And I have to admit, this
I
one
didn't
was
read
better.
this book, but I've enjoyed the run. And because I guess it was a one-shot, not that I didn't feel like it was important, and, eventually
Here's the
read
thing.
it, but I was like, all right, so, I don't have to prioritize it, I guess, in my reading because I know it's not going to be.
I'll be the first to admit it. As much as I love them, I'll be the first to admit you don't. It's filler.
Yeah,
Right.
for
You
sure.
don't have to read it.
No, and we've had this conversation before. Like
For now.
there can be good filler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But I'm just saying, if you're on the fence, like if you need to read, if you're prioritizing your books, you're like I only have time to read these. This does not have to be. I mean, for me, it has to be.
It has to be. I
Right,
think
because
it has
you
to.
like.
Well,
I mean, look, I'm just saying
to keep up with
to keep the momentum going
Yeah.
on the regular Avengers run. This does not have. You could read this later. This is not something that is in the run that has to be read this week to get next week.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, eventually it's gonna come around.
Right.
And you're gonna need that origin. You're gonna need a piece of that.
They already showed up. Well, Odin showed up, and right, and no, well, they were in the.
They were in the original.
but now Odin is like
An advisor to the
an
president.
unofficial advisor.
But
to,
but
He's an agent of Wakanda.
yeah.
but if you read the Celestial story, then you got already the.
Right, that was a backup story.
No,
The
it was interspace in between.
Yeah, that's right. It was interspliced. But that's
But
what I would have preferred with this. But
it
again,
explains
whatever. It's
the
fine.
originator or whatever, the progenitor or whatever.
Which
Yeah,
is
but
the
they
one-
had already been a team by that point,
Yeah.
and they had already fought a lot of things.
Yeah,
so that was kind of like their ending.
Yeah, we didn't see them like come together.
Yeah. See, I'm telling you, there's eventually
Yeah,
gonna
because
come around.
Odin is like talking to Phoenix like it's the last hurrah and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, all right.
So let's
Do you
talk.
agree? Oh yeah, you had Blade return in that issue before, so
Yeah,
that was
while
cool.
he's on your team.
yeah.
That
Well,
was cool. No, I'm loving the
Hey, so
present
you
day
got
stuff.
backup, Kevin.
That was good.
I
I'm glad.
don't have an opinion on it because I didn't read it yet, but when I get that,
I'm
I will
always
let you
alone.
know.
It's fine.
so
No, I got Javi on my side, so it's okay.
yeah, no, Javi liked it.
I love
All right,
That's
so-
awesome, dude.
Is there
No, I
any?
mean, it was a dragon in it, bro.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
That's true. It was a really good looking one too.
I admit, no, I enjoyed this one way more than the Ghost Rider one. I enjoyed this one really much more. But I can't help but feel like it didn't need to be this long. I kept feeling like why it feels like we're stopping momentum to tell these
Yeah,
But
origins.
do you like that original team though?
Yeah, they're cool. But I'm like, why are we spending so much
See,
time
for me,
on
I'm
explaining the
Yeah.
as much as I love this run of the Avengers, I just want to know what the hell's going on with them. So where did they come from? That's
Right.
where my love comes from. It's like
mine is like, I'm interested, but can you kind of like what they did before earlier, intersplice it with what I actually care about.
Yeah.
What I'm here for is this. I wish this was more like hors d'oeuvres and samples. I don't need a dish of this.
I got you. No, I can understand that.
No, man, it's at the end of the day, Jason Aaron's, it's Avengers.
Yeah.
And once the main storyline comes back, we know.
Yeah, and I'm
Blade's
We're gonna
gonna
get to the end of the storyline, and Kevin's gonna be like, "I don't understand why this happened." He's like, "Well, if you would, well, you read it."
yeah, I am reading it reluctantly, but
Well,
I'm reading it.
maybe to your point, then Justin, his opinion on those may change because there
Oh, so
might
you
be
think I
some-
read those?
Yeah, there might be some layer and some backstory to
Yeah,
it.
which is great. I love it when something is rewarded. Then that's
I
awesome.
love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
All right, that will leave us to the big book of last week.
Before that, we should do honorable mention.
One honorable mention.
All right, one honorable mention.
And the only reason why I want to bring it up is because I finally read it. Green Lantern #3.
Okay.
Okay.
Where he talks to God.
Yeah. Well, artwork still fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much going on in this art. It's crazy. Just a really quick recap on this one. It really feels like a Law and Order. It really does.
That's
Yeah.
so rad.
Because it's like you dropped into a case and then you're like, what the hell's going on? And then the Green Lanterns show up and then they solve the case and then they have to resolve the thing by the end of the issue. Okay? So this deals with an auction where Earth has been shrunk and is being sold as slaves to a whole bunch of other slavers, like Steppenwolf's there. And then this guy shows up, the Shepherd, and he's like, I'm buying Earth, and he buys Earth. Fucking Hal Jordan gets in his face, and you think he's talking to God. And he's like, you're under arrest. And he's talking with thous and those and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you can't arrest me. I'm the Shepherd. He ends up revealing that he's actually a a space. He eats planets. Basically,
Okay.
he lets them ripen and he eats them.
All right.
So, but it doesn't feel like there's an overall story arc. So if you like overall arcs,
Don't read it.
I'm not saying don't read. I'm just saying it's not. If it's there, it's not there yet. So, but each issue feels kind of individualized.
Yeah.
But the art is phenomenal, and I'm curious to see what happens next. I really am.
Nice. That sounds,
So
that sounds
just
awesome.
a little honorable mention. Like, give it a look, see what you think.
Anything for you, Kevin?
As I said earlier to you guys, I caught up on Justice League Dark because there was a new issue last week and the cover looked dope
It did
with
look
Man
dope.
Bat. So I'm like, man, I was behind 2 issues since that event with the whole witching hour, and it left me like a little sour because I was like, I didn't want to keep reading more of that fantasy stuff. I wanted back to the horror, like the other kind and stuff like that, which was fucking cool. And it got back to that, thank God, because it was so awesome. I love the art, and the horror is so grotesque to see. There's another kind besides the Upside Down Man. There's literally other people of these other kind, and there's one called the Conjoined, and he was specifically attacking vampires. So you're seeing vampires fighting him off, and they're joining, and they form what they call the Conjoined. And it's so grotesque, and it's so bloody, and it's so fucking cool and awesome. And I fell in love with the book all over again when I caught up to that current that last issue, which I believe was number 7, I think it was. And I'm like, man, thank God it got back to the horror.
Yeah.
Because bro, Frankenstein's in it, and I know you would have dug that, Javi.
Bro,
And it's fucking
No,
cool,
yeah,
man.
I hope Chris is
vampires-
still in the
vampires are
chat.
dope.
he's over here talking about horror books, and he ain't reading Immortal Hulk, bro. All
Yeah,
right.
which is the only linchpin to why I want to read it.
And Chris actually mentioned that Green Lantern is one of his favorite books on the shelves right now. Real good, Morrison and Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you
I
guys
agree.
get on that. I guess my honorable mention.
So that
Even-
means two DC books were honorable mentions.
All right. Well, I'm going to say this. My honorable mention this week, and I know we talked about it last week, but it's going to be Knights of the Golden Sun 3. Everyone should just go check out Knights of the Golden Sun. Try
Mad
to get
Cave
your hands on it.
Studios.
Check out Mad Cave. Shout outs to Chris. I can't wait for issue 4. I believe that comes out next week. I don't know if you can just show that off real quick, Javi,
Hell
for
yeah.
me. I'm sorry I'm making you work a lot tonight, sir. But that is my honorable mention. As always, Mad Cave Studios coming through with the fire. So, you have anything?
Angelic.
Oh, there was the guy at the comic shop who used to hang out with Tom. I forget his name.
Dave?
Dave was there, and he was like, "Yo, I haven't seen Chad in a while. He owes me a Knights of the Golden Sun number 2."
That's funny.
So he, all right, I still need another Knights of the Golden Sun too. I gave that extra one I had to hook up Justin. So if he's listening, sorry Dave, but I'll work on it. If anyone in the chat is listening, if you come across a Knights of the Golden Sun too,
not pointing
let me
at,
know.
not pointing at any specific username.
So yeah, any honorable mentions for you, Javi?
No,
Yeah.
just the
Just
next book we're about
Yeah,
to
but
read.
it-
How's that Rick and
Back
Morty and
to
Dungeons
read.
and Dragons?
Oh, that's I don't even know, man. Tom stopped working there, and then they stopped pulling that stuff from me. Like, I still get regular Rick and Morty, but not.
By the way, I guess correction, Chris, just February 13th is when issue 4 drops for Knights of the Golden Sun, but Honor and Curse comes out before then. Yes, Honor and Curse, go to your local comic book shop, make sure you get in on that because that looks awesome.
Those covers have looked sick as fuck.
Thank you, Chris, for that. All right, so that was just get to the big book of the week. I don't know, Javi, if you want to show off the cover. If I lost it, no, thank you. This is Justin, so I got to make sure I return it. But that will be Guardians of the Galaxy #1.
Incredible
By-
art.
Donnie Cates and Jeff Shaw, the team that gave us Thanos Wins. And I guess before we hop into the book, I did see an interview with Donnie Cates, and he is
Damn, you
pretty.
should have shared that. We would have
he-
loved that.
Yeah, sorry, I got a lot of things going on
All
right now.
time.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of things going on right now, you know. But anywho,
Let's get that legacy numbering.
yeah.
151.
150.
So the legacy number is 151, but it's the first one. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, leave with it today. But Donnie Cates mentioned in this interview that he is pretty much now in control of all Marvel Cosmic.
No
So
way.
anyone writing anything cosmic has to come through him, and it has to be pretty much go through him. So I
Whoa.
thought that was pretty cool.
So it's like what happened like 15 years ago when it was that DNA run with Dan Abnett and Andy Kubert. They did all the cosmic stuff since Annihilation. I read a fuck ton of that.
Well, it's like when Al Milgram had all the cosmic stuff for
Even
forever.
before that?
Yeah. You know, whenever he would
That's
write
cool,
a book,
though.
whenever Al Milgram wrote a book, it usually had Thanos in it or something that was like, well, I gotta read this book.
Sweet.
So, I mean.
But that's cool how like Marvel has kept that going of like some kind of shepherd along with that cosmos.
Well, somebody's
side.
got to keep that whole shit in order because otherwise it just spirals out. And, you know, fucking people are talking about this and that, and then you have no idea what the hell's going on.
Right, yeah, someone has to keep track of like the politics. Okay, who's at war? What species are peaceful or have a treaty going on?
Okay, so in regards to this book, how do we feel about the team that was revealed at the end? Are we happy with it? Are we upset with it?
Oh, I'm super interested.
I'm
I'm mad at who dies, quote unquote.
I think it's cool. I think this book is a great intro book.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of that,
I think it's amazing.
we started a new segment on MCE because Monday night we do a live show, and because I started to join them, we thought of doing a comic book club, right? And they're like, Chad, what would be a good place to start? I'm like, you know what? This is getting ready to come out, number one. So like, this is where we start. And everyone that read it said, I haven't read a comic book in a long time, but I felt like I could just start, like you could just pick it up and start. So anyone that's just trying to get into comics or maybe even trying to get into something new, or if you've even not even ever read a Guardians of the Galaxy comic, because there's a lot of people, because it's not really, a popular
It's a new team. It's a new Guardians.
So it's definitely something easy to pick up and get right into. Of course, Donny Cates is writing it, so it's awesome. And Jeff Shaw the artwork is phenomenal.
It's awesome, yeah.
So yes, I like the new team because I want to see where it goes. I think it's very different, and I think just like Donny Cates has been kind of doing before, everything is just pretty much like he's just like going out there, man. Like he's just going. He's pushing the limits. He's like, all right, how far can I take this? What can I do that we haven't seen before?
And it's so out there, which is the best part.
He picks characters which he knows he can write well and mesh together well. Because even when Cosmic Ghost Rider was fighting Punisher Thanos, like you can kind of like he like pick that for a reason. And it's like, okay, I can write this. I can write this character. I can make him kind of flesh him out and come alive. And like I feel like that's what he's gonna do with this team.
Oh, I hope so.
His Groot was kind of like I've never really seen Groot like that,
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned this like during the prequels leading up to Infinity Wars. Yeah, they came across this wizard. Yeah, but they came across that wizard that able to like maximize his power. And then he was But yeah, Groot
that was Infinity Countdown.
Yeah, it was Infinity Countdown.
But yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of shit has happened to the Guardians, like.
Infinity Wars. I love that. I was actually gonna say that's my favorite part of the book when the Nova Corpsman pulls him over.
I guess real quick, the book starts post Infinity Wars. It opens up, and also it's
just the Thanos funeral.
Thanos legacy. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
But so you have Star Fox or Eros. Thanos' brother. He had found that chip inside of Thanos, and now
it's like a ring. Because it was like inside the neck, inside his body.
Now they're on Thanos' ship. He's got the ring, and he's pretty much explaining to every cosmic Marvel being. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was pretty much like every cosmic, anyone that's ever dealt with like a cosmic.
It was the intergalactic.
It was like intergalactic convention, bro.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It was Kree,
you notice there's no Earth's mightiest heroes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was everyone. Kree, Earth, Silver Surfer. There was everyone.
They tend to be a little high morals, and they don't know how to get the job done.
Yeah, so. It goes. Eros goes on to explain that I guess we're here to see Thanos as well. So then, of course, we see this image of Thanos come up, and he goes on to explain that if you're seeing this, this is probably what you're thinking, but he's still pulling strings.
Thanos is prepared.
And
I love the way he puts it. He's like, I didn't live a common life, so obviously I was not gonna have a common death. And I love it. It was so Thanos.
Even within death, he
planned for everything.
Exactly. And that's what he reveals. And pretty much this is his final gauntlet, as he calls it. And now that's pretty much, I guess, the big thing to me. I'm like, final gauntlet? I was like, oh, dude, that's sick. You know what I mean? going forward to that, and then as that's happening, Thanos' ship is being like drawn to a black hole, and I don't know if these guys even realize.
No,
that
it's
yet.
not. That's an explosion the Black Order released
When they
later.
shot-
Yeah, that's way later.
There's like an Armada. What happens? There's like an Armada.
It's okay. Nowhere is missing.
Yeah, it's what
Yeah,
happened.
oh yeah,
Quill-
they took over nowhere. Yeah.
Quill's on nowhere to Noah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like my favorite moment was
And
the
this is
Nova
leading,
Corpsman.
once they get to nowhere, you have the Nova Corpsman.
Right, the Nova Corpsman pulls Peter Quill over, and he's like, "Hey, aren't you Peter Quill's like?" He's like, "Yeah, it's Captain Peter Quill." And he's like, "Aren't you Star-Lord of the Guardians of the Galaxy?" He's like, "Not really." He's like, "What happened to everyone?" He's like, "Well, Drax is dead. Gamora's a villain on the run, I guess."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What happened to the little guy?" And Groot, who's like a punk, has like a mohawk, like spiked mohawk, and like spiked armor. He's like, "We don't talk about Rocket." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
But I love my very little dialogue. He just like, it's like, "Oh, is this the Milano?" And he's like, "No, it's registered as the writer." He's like, "Oh, like Richard
Yeah.
Ryder." And he's like, "Winona."
Yeah, so good.
It killed me, man. I was like, yes, this is the Peter I remember from the DNA run of like down on his luck, but still like the quippy, but like not in your face jokes, but just like an insufferable asshole. That's how he was before.
Yeah, he's just sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Groot's an asshole. Like,
Yeah, again, thank
So,
God.
before I forget, so the final message in Thanos' message was that he pretty much had
copied his
consciousness
onto somebody else.
inside the galaxy, and he's telling everyone good
was
luck
it his
finding who
it was
was.
his consciousness or was his
His consciousness. He
soul?
says,
Okay.
he says, upon my untimely death, my subconsciousness will be uploaded to a being of my choosing. Now, good luck trying to figure out who that is. My only regret is I'm not there to see you all scour to find out who it is.
And killing each other
Yeah.
at the same time, you know? So,
But they focus on Gamora.
well, everyone, of
first.
course, goes to Gamora because of everything that happened throughout Infinity
Yeah.
Wars, and we all know throughout Infinity
Right.
Wars, she was kind of getting those images of
Yeah,
Thanos
she was like
in her head.
seeing visions of him.
So,
Right.
of course, even, I guess, us, you know, that's the first person I'm kind of thinking, but at the same time, it's Donny Cates. I'm like, there's no way it's that simple. Right?
Yeah.
There's no way it's that simple.
And another screen of people, kind of like what happened with Donny Cates thing of the Carnage, where you used to see a screen of everyone who's been
Yeah.
with symbiote arrows here in this during this funeral of Thanos. He's like, I've narrowed it down to
these
intelligence,
suspects. Yeah.
power, and strength,
Yeah.
and it's just all Earth-based heroes, and it's like the really unlikeliest people because you see like Reed for intelligence, you see Ben Grimm, the Thing, you see Doctor Strange. I caught She-Hulk and Daredevil. I was like, why Daredevil?
Yo, it's Matt Murdock.
Yeah, well, it's Donny Cates. He just
You know?
But right, it's really interesting pickings of how Arrows narrowed it down, and I thought it was really really cool. But like, and then what ties that into the ending that you brought up, Chad, is the Nova Corpsman brings up. The Nova Corpsman brings up the Peter Quill. It's like that meeting that everyone's having for Thanos on his ship. And he's like, wait, what? We weren't invited to that? fucking girl's like, oh yeah, we got invited to that. He's like, you didn't tell me? He's like, sounded lame.
yeah. So it almost feels
so
like
good.
Groot has taken like Rocket's place.
Well,
Like,
No, that's how he was before in the DNA run, that he was just a big sarcastic asshole.
Yeah.
But just always saying I am Groot and saying curse words that only Rocket understood. And then now it's just funny that you're actually hearing or reading what he's actually saying as a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah.
And it's so good, man. I love this rendition of these
I thought it
characters.
was lame.
Yeah. So when they get there, nowhere, which was missing, they get to what was the name of Thanos' ship? The Sanctuary. Sanctuary. When they get there, it's the Black Order attacking the funeral scene.
Yeah.
With nowhere, with the
And they're
tentacles
all
of
like
nowhere and
suited
stuff.
up and shit.
Yeah, they're all suited up. They have a
go
go-gun, which is weird because I'm reading currently the Black Order miniseries.
It felt
And it's
like
like, when does that happen?
Destiny Raid, like that's what it felt
Yeah,
like. They went
that's
on
true.
Destiny Raid and came out with like all this like
That's true.
armors and guns.
That's true.
But it's cool, you know. I dug it.
That's true, and then and I love
yeah, bro.
I love Silver Surfer's like protect Thanos' body at all costs, and he tells that to Beta Ray Bill. Can't talk today. And then I love when he turns to Ghost Rider. He's like, "You, I don't know, but you get my left."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Frank Castle, you kill me in the future, but no worries, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
But don't tell me what to do.
Bro,
I love this book.
to be honest, that's the only reason why I wanted to read this book, because I wanted to see what happened with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Because he's my favorite character right now.
Through the whole funeral, someone mentions like, "Oh, they should have killed him as a kid," and he's like, "I knew I should have." He's
I knew I should have killed that baby when I had the chance. It was so good. No, I completely agree. It's phenomenal.
He's like the only one there that can be like, fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
well, everybody else
God.
is so serious and stoic, and he's the one drinking at the bar. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this place.
And he's like having a comment,
And he's
like a
like,
sarcastic.
he's like,
statement
just
to everything.
Thanos, bro. He's like,
Yeah.
this guy, you
So
know?
basically, he's going to be the rocket of the team. He's
Yeah.
going to be the one that's basically mouthing
Yes.
off to everything.
And the one with the guns, I guess.
Yeah,
True, yeah.
which was Rocket.
So, as Kevin mentioned, they get towards, the Black Order comes, just, having fun, doing their thing. Meanwhile, you have the thing happening with Quill and Groot with the Nova Corps guy. So, the Nova Corps guy's like, well, I need to come on your ship, and
No, that's later.
That's
Again, that's
later.
later too, man. That's later because that's just the
whole thing
one
is the
that they
Black Order
leave.
does the black hole, sucks everybody on, sucks the whole sanctuary in, and then
they're trying to get out.
Quill follows the head of nowhere, and he finds he finds the black hole. And while he's there, Beta Ray's hammer, the Stormbreaker,
Yeah, shoots
gets
out of the
thrown
black
out of the
hole
black
and
hole
lands in
with-
front of their ship.
with
the Rider.
Ghost Rider's chains
The
attached
chains
to it.
The
Yeah.
chains of Sidorak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they grab it, they pull out
Beta Rebel, Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Thalavel,
Feylavel,
and
Ghost
Moondragon.
Moondragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, before I guess they get pulled fully through though. That's when the Nova Corps guy is like, "Hey, well, we gotta come on your ship." And he's
No,
like,
it's after because they're already on.
Because they were like, we need to invest. Well, wait a minute now. Yeah.
No, it's after because they're already on his ship.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, they're already on the ship. It's like, oh, we have to come on. He's like, no. You can't come on board without a warrant. And he's like, that only works for you and your immediate crew. He's like, all right, cool. These guys are with me now.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he does it. He says, I'm afraid I'm going to need you to relinquish them to us. We have some questions.
Right. It's after they come on
Sorry,
board.
okay, you can check your files again. You're going to need a warrant to enter my ship. Your galactic rights only extend to members of your immediate crew, Quill.
He's like, all right, then they're with
only
me.
Tentatively. Okay then. Then yeah, they're my new crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Cosmic Ghost Rider.
And
Like, wait, no.
I'm signing up for another. And then it jumps to the Black Order with the head of nowhere floating, going to a planet, and they bring Thanos' body, and then you find and the Black Order is following the new leader, and it's Hela.
That shows up in the end, and that's to me.
Now I'm a little confused because I really want to propagate maybe a weird, crazy theory. Hela wants that body whole to resurrect, but I'm assuming his subconscious has already been, beamed to another body.
Yeah.
So is there in some future that we could possibly have two Thanoses
Yeah.
around at the same time?
I think what's going to happen is she wants the body to resurrect. Whoever's got the consciousness, they're just going to re-implant the consciousness from them back into Thanos.
No, she doesn't say that. You're just thinking
but
that.
that seems the logical step.
Okay.
There's
I do wanna
already
mention
been two Thanos.
Donny Cates really
True.
loves Jason Aaron's, bro, because Hela Thanos. We saw that.
Well,
relationship,
War of the
and-
Realms is coming up.
Yeah,
and
I know.
This is
True.
just, like,
True,
all
but
leading up to
What? But the moment I saw Hela, I was just like, yo, I just thought of everything that happened in Thor, that whole, you know what I'm saying, that whole thing. So I'm like, of course, she would want to be trying to get some sort of revenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think Donny Cates is just taking little things from people, and he's mentioned that he loves Jason Aaron.
They
so-
go to these summits together.
Oh,
so
I
they
know.
build off of each other.
No, for sure. And he's mentioned that he looks up to Jason Aaron and hopes to be the right. He goes.
It's a good one to look up.
What he said in this one interview is like, what sucks about Jason Aaron is like 15 years ahead of me in writing, right? He goes, and what sucks is when I get in 15 years, when I get to where he's at, he's gonna be another 15
years above.
you know? And that's how much he looks up. So I just thought it was cool. But no, great read. If you're not reading Guardians of the Galaxy, make sure you get on it. It was phenomenal.
Oh.
Artwork is awesome.
That's the new book of the year. You need to be on.
Yes. And it was
writing
almost
was
anticipated.
phenomenal.
I
Yeah,
think it was
for
yours
sure.
and mine, Chad.
Yeah.
I just wish they had better variants. That's all.
Am I bad if I kept misplacing spots because I've had a long day? You guys
It was a long book,
Yeah.
though. I'll give you that. It was a really long
And it
book.
was also one of the first ones I read, so it's back.
Same thing. Me too. I read it last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like when I got home. Like or when we got done. So but a lot of fun. All right, so we want to talk about what we picked up today?
Yeah.
All right, since you're alone today, bro, I don't know what to tell you with your digital. I don't know if you want to pull it up. All right. Actually, my pull wasn't that much today.
All I got was just the big book that we'll probably be talking about. Captain America 7, Detective 997. He was in Crisis number 5, which I cannot fucking wait because that's the book I read like the night of, man. Right? And Marvel Knights, the 20th anniversary, number 6. I just want to be done with the story already. It's been good. I'm just like, I'm not a fan of amnesia stories. So I'm like, I just want this to be done already. And I'm sure Donny Cates too, because he's moving on to bigger and better things now, being the head of like Marvel Cosmos and stuff.
So all those books that Kevin just mentioned, I can actually show them to you. So here we go. Picked up Action Comics 1007. So I don't know if you can show that off for me, Javi. Thank you, sir. As Kevin did as well. I think everyone's on. We're on the countdown to.
No, I didn't say Action because I'm not on that one.
Yeah, it's all right. This next one you are. As we all know, we are all on Detective Comics now. Right. Countdown to 1,000. Actually, there's a lot of people that are out in the comic community that have, I guess,
slept on it.
Yeah, or
that's
not.
Crazy.
They're not too high on it, but I'm enjoying it. I'll say this:
I'm loving this.
I'm loving it.
The cover is so awesome.
Sick. Big Tomasi fan.
So I was gonna get it just for the cover, but I was like,
so
I can't.
Yeah,
dude, Batman in detective mode and Tomasi writing. There's nothing else more like that.
Oh, showing up in the last issue.
Yes,
one of my favorite characters.
So you have that, the Detective Comics 997, and then to round out the DC pickups, the most anticipated DC book, and that will be Heroes of Crisis number 5.
Bro, that cover is beautiful, man.
Yeah, super sick.
Oh, I got a different cover.
That's the normal cover.
Yeah, that's the Robin cover too.
Yeah, I didn't pick up the Robin cover. I should have though.
I did get the Robin cover. I guess I could show that off now.
Well, we talk about your pickups. All right, moving on to Marvel. Only 3 more books. Amazing Spider-Man number 14.
I dropped it. I'm tired of the story, man. I just don't care.
I haven't read it, but I guess I gotta figure it out. I mean, it sounds weird, but now I've become this huge Spider-Man fan. So now, just as a Spider-Man fan, I feel like you, Justin. Like I'm just buying it.
I'm just buying it to have the run.
Right, and you know what? I guess now that's like my next thing. I'm gonna try to I know it sounds crazy. Like, all right, I'm just gonna try to complete every Spider-Man issue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but hey, as a collector, that's what you strive for, right?
That's what I try to do with Avengers. I have a lot of Avengers.
Yeah. Next up, Captain America number 7. I will say I'm really excited for this, man. Captain America has been really good, and I forget all the time that it comes out once a month. You know, it just feels like it takes forever.
It does. It feels like a long time.
First appearance of Sisters of Liberty, I think.
So I'm super excited.
Daughters of Liberty.
Super excited to see what's happening in that, and you got Alex Ross doing all those covers as well. And around out my Marvel picks, we got Marvel Knights number 6, the conclusion, and this one is written by Donny Cates, if I'm not mistaken. So that will be my pickups. What you got, Justin?
Pretty much all the covers you had, I got from Superman, from Action Comics, all the way to Captain America. I did not get Marvel Knights; it was sold out when I got there. But I also got the variant art trim cover for
We're showing this one off for sure.
Of course.
I should have
display book right here.
Yeah,
no, these were sold out.
Apparently Taylor was saying that everybody was asking for it too. So
yeah,
it's nice. It's
of course, everyone was. So you guys can't see because Javi had to look at it real quick first. My bad. And thank all of you guys for still watching us and joining us. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button. Make sure you guys say something in the chat if you guys want to see something, hear something. We appreciate everyone coming in here. Oh, the chat's been rocking. I haven't even been seeing it, I guess.
You can follow Archer on Instagram. So, he posts like a lot of.
Yo, we got Guitars and Comics in here. What's up? What's up? Check out his YouTube channel. It's pretty cool.
And then I also got this storyline has been intriguing me in the advertisements in the book, so I picked it up. Age of X-Men, number 1. Ooh. I've been curious to know what the hell's going on with
Santa Claus Magneto.
Joe's been reading the X-Men books. He said Decimation, which leads into that's been very good.
Look at Magneto.
Yeah, it looks like Santa Claus, man. He looks dope.
No, he looks awesome.
No.
Back to that.
I had no other thing to compare it to, but it looks cool as fuck. Yes, it does look like House of M.
Reminds me of the Age of Apocalypse run where Magneto was different and everything. So
I don't know. I'm just curious. Jean Grey too, right?
Huh?
That's Jean Grey too, right?
I presume so.
Yeah.
I haven't been reading the issue, so yeah, that's the.
All right, Javi, what you pick up, bro?
Or Miss Marvel when she was Miss Marvel. I did get Captain America. I got the variant cover as well.
All right.
Oh, which was the variant for that?
It was I don't know. It was in my pool. But
Sometimes we don't even know. Yo, you know what's still in my pool? And maybe I should pick it up for Alexis. For those of you.
it was one of those like the. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The Phil Noto cover.
Oh, okay.
It was nice though.
Yeah.
No, I just thought of Alexis today because they still have Power Rangers on my pull list, and I got off of it after Shattered Grid. So
Yeah, now it's
hoping
on
Alexis
you
is a
event?
huge Power Rangers fan.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was like, yo, I don't even. I'm like, yeah.
And in the DC department, I did get the Wonder Woman variant.
Yeah,
Show
that's
off.
a variant. That's a variant.
Definitely show off that Heroes in Crisis variant if you could, Javi.
Anime-esque, you can say. But this cover is awesome. The Flash cover today was really cool too. And this is the Heroes in Crisis variant.
And then you got to show off your last book, yo. I saw it. Your Rick and Morty, bro. Frank the Tank says, "Go Power Rangers." So
There's right now. There's an
Rick,
event
Jason
happening.
Todd,
It's called
Rick.
Beyond the Grid.
Yeah.
I'm not hopping back on that book.
yeah, me either.
I got Journey into Unknown Worlds. I guess this is a new Marvel book, but I got it just pretty much for the cover.
Unknown World.
Yeah. This was the variant.
That is this.
And I did get Fight Club 3. I was on Fight Club 2. It was alright. So let's see what this is.
I saw some Rick and Morty in there, did I?
Of course, dude. I'm
Yeah.
always on the Rick and Morty.
Is that the last but not least?
Yeah. You gotta show off the best for last.
Yes!
There's like Cyborg Jerry and then Rick always being a maniac like always.
For those of you out there that don't know Javi and I, we have a friend of ours named Rick. He's actually like, you could say he's the reason we actually met each other. But we played a huge show last year, music event, and we had to bring some roadies, so we, kind of brought Rick with us, and the whole time just Brody Rick. Like that's what I just kept calling him. Just who doesn't love some Rick and Morty? You know what I mean? So
They're good. They're fun.
yeah.
They're a fun read.
All right. Well, is there anything else we? I mean, I just like the time, man. Like talking comics flew. What else we need to talk about?
I got one thing I want to talk about. Is anybody listen to Kevin Smith's podcast, Fat Man Beyond?
I listened to it, but I'm not like caught up, so I
Okay.
haven't listened to the last episode.
In this last episode, he talked about how he went and visited the Pinewood set for Star Wars.
Nice.
For the new one. And of course, he had to sign a confidentiality agreement, so because he's always loud in his mouth, he can't not say about Star Wars. So he and even JJ emailed him and said, "Please shut the fuck up. Don't talk about Star Wars." But while he was at the Pinewood set, he got to talk to a lot of the people working there, and a lot of those people worked on Justice League with Zack Snyder.
Yes.
So he got.
I did see something leak about that.
Yeah,
I think.
he got pretty much a good idea of what was supposed to happen with the Justice League movies. There were supposed to be 3 of them. And we pretty much got what we were supposed to get with the first one. But before, what changed was at the end, the boom tube opens and then everybody gets sucked up like Darkseid's. You see Darkseid at the end. And then there's like a little skirmish and everything like that. And then there was little things in there like you saw in the trailer for the movie, how Alfred's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, thank God you're here. Maybe now they'll have hope."
Yeah.
And everybody thought, "Oh, that's Superman showing up." But the guys who were working on the set of this, we were using green lights that day. It was supposed to be Green Lantern.
Right.
Because the next movie was supposed to be them going to Apocalypse and fighting Darkseid on Apocalypse, and supposedly be Genesis too. So, and the Corps was supposed to get involved. The Green Lantern Corps was supposed to get involved. So that was supposed to be the whole second movie. And the second movie was supposed to end like Empire, where it's a downer, where they don't win. And then the third movie, and you remember how in Batman v Superman you have that whole dream sequence where it's the future with the desert apocalypse. That was supposed to be the third movie. It was supposed to be Earth is decimated, an all-out break to defeat Darkseid on Earth.
So like a latch-ditch effort.
Yes.
Wow.
So that was supposed to be the movies we were supposed to be getting, and then shit happens, and then all that shit gets taken away. So, doing what I mean, that just sounded amazing to me. I was just like, I want those movies, you know?
That would be awesome.
Talk about
man.
blue balls.
Yeah.
That's crazy if it actually went down. Because
you
watch Young Justice, right? You watched
Frank
Young
the Tank
Justice?
says Nightmare Cyborg and Nightmare Flash scenes were cut too.
Yeah. So just think about a whole movie that's just that post-apocalyptic
Earth, like
where
Earth
it's
is
being
decimated.
Earth is being converted into a new apocalypse with the fucking fire pits and everything, and you just have Batman being the force. It's
The John Connor of the Resistance.
yeah. Come on, man. That's just out there thinking. We should have had that, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I understand why, because that seems too far.
Yeah, it's too out there.
Yeah. So it's like I
All right,
can understand
Frank.
why they pulled back.
Frank said, well, maybe don't shit on Batman versus Superman next time, y'all. I didn't shit on that movie. I
Neither
enjoyed
did
that
I.
movie.
I enjoyed it.
So, Frank the Tank, I don't know if you watch or listen to our podcast, but we actually like that movie. The person that didn't like that movie is not here, and we didn't mention that. Shout out to Joe. Hope
Shout
you
out
feel
to
better.
Joe.
Sorry about that.
Little heel.
We were so excited to talk comics, we just jumped right into it, and he probably was watching, so my bad, Joe. But don't want to say I love that movie. I actually own that movie, unlike other people in the world, so we'll leave it at that. But Justin, thank you. Because for sure I wanted to see the trilogy even before you told me that. But just knowing that confirms I had full faith in Zack Snyder, and that was why right there. You know, that is why right there.
I wish that was.
So that would have been awesome if it would have happened. But hey,
like a true nerd, he was overly ambitious.
And it was like comic booky as shit, bro. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you know what? We'll leave it at that. Next week, what were you excited to talk about? Heroes in Crisis 5.
Heroes in Crisis 5.
Detective Comics 997.
Yep.
Yes.
Marvel Knights number 6.
Hopefully it's good.
Probably won't read it.
All right, so Captain America number 7.
Captain America number 7.
And
hopefully if we're all caught up, the mid-season finale of Young Justice. The chat's been asking for it. You know, Frank the Tank, they're asking for it, and I fucking love it. So hopefully we talk about it. I think the only one not caught up is Justin.
Yeah, we only watched first 2 episodes.
Oh, you not caught up either, Chad?
no, I'm not caught up, but I'll get caught up. Don't worry. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, it's one of those that once you start, you can't stop, man. They're that good.
Yeah, I've binge watched it.
Yeah. Are you caught up, Javi?
Yeah, I watched all the episodes.
All right. So definitely pencil us in next week. Detective Comics 997, Heroes in Crisis number 5, Captain America number 7, and then we'll think of something else to throw out there for you guys. Or if you guys see something that you want us to talk about, leave a comment below. If you're listening on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, you can still drop us a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Make sure you hit that like button everywhere. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell for more notifications so you guys can get more content like this. We'll be here next week, live here on YouTube at Chad90AMF Comics. Same time, 8 o'clock p.m.
Same bat time,
Eastern?
same bat channel.
We too fat. Don't say that.
Yeah, actually, he's absolutely right.
You should have quoted like in his
So-
first, like, can he say that legally?
No, definitely not. So yeah, we'll be streaming live here next week.
No bats.
I did get a box from Comic Tom, so I will be doing a live unboxing of my mystery mail call. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that tonight. I may do it tomorrow. Who knows? But be on the lookout for that, guys. I want to thank everyone in the live chat that is still with us. You guys are awesome. I want to thank everyone that's listening on whatever platform that you're listening to us on. Thank you, guys. And until next week, go get your books.
Go get your books.
Sweet. All right, so now we just ended the rolling on GarageBand. We're still live on YouTube, but we can, lose as hell podcast anyway. So now that we have to loosen up. Yo, Lexus, what's good, bro? Yeah, I hear that.
I see your shirt on.
What's up, man? Now you're falling asleep here. All right. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you guys in the chat want to talk about, but once again, we're just going to be signing out. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys here next week. Make sure you go read your comics, stay caught up. We appreciate everything you guys do. Love y'all. Peace.
What's up, brother? You guys
You
good?
want me to sign it? Yeah. I was like, wait.